You're listening to Bright by Your Side with Jen Dyer. Up-leveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science. Are you looking to live your life with more flow and ease? Every episode, she has enough surprising information and tips that you will be able to come away with at least one nugget that could change your life. You will learn to build resilience to stress and overwhelm, find joy every day, and manifest your dreams. Gain understanding of your little terrified human that is holding you back, and that brave, bright inner being that is nagging you to move forward. She's here to help you feel empowered to make that change. Bright by Your Side starts now.
Welcome to Bright by Your Side with Jen, up-leveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science on Transformation Talk Radio. I am your host, Jen Dyer, and today we are talking about what to do if you screwed up big time. 5 steps to stop an anxiety shutdown and start recovering and solving those problems. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, screw it big time means you just committed career suicide, or you failed your final and you start spiraling. Maybe you were in that meeting at work and you're presenting to the CEO and either you said something dumb or you weren't prepared and he got visibly angry in front of everybody, like that kind of thing, where you just like run and hide in the bathroom and you're somewhere between, throwing up and crying or both, that kind of thing. And you're in a bathroom stall doing this, right? Or you're out in your car. Or you're in school and you just failed that final and you start thinking, I'm not going to go either to college, I'm not going to go to grad school or whatever. I'm not going to get that scholarship. I won't be able to afford it. My parents are going to kill me. And you are in the bathroom or out in your car, doing this. So I will walk you through the 5 steps to get you out of that bathroom, help you think clearly, and then get you on the path to solving your problems. We're going to take this big, overwhelming, horrible thing, catastrophe, because what's happening is you're catastrophizing in that bathroom stall. We're going to take this overwhelming thing and we're going to break it down into little steps and little pieces, and you're going to get through it, because this kind of thing happens all the time to people. It's not just you, and people survive. And you'll see that, as you get older, you'll see that when you look back, like with the benefit of hindsight, you'll see everyone was okay and people survived, and you'll see people forget that these things ever happened and that it's okay. So what to do? Okay, so you're in that bathroom stall, you're spiraling, you're sick, you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know how you're going to face people. You're embarrassed. You're going to die. You don't even know if you can go home. You're going to get yelled at. Okay, so 5 steps. You can start with, we call them the 5 S's. So it's stop, sift, sort, solve, and then sorry. The last one is sorry, because there's probably going to be an apology at the end of this that you're going to have to do to somebody, but I'm going to walk you through an apology, okay, and tell you how to get that done. Because apology, knowing how to master the apology, that is the life-saving thing. That is what's going to keep your job. And that is what's going to get your parents to be on your side and help you, okay, is the last one. It's so important. Okay, you're in that bathroom stall. We got to stop that, because panicking and catastrophizing will not serve you ever. It does not serve you. Just makes things worse. So again, you're going to take 3 deep breaths through your nose, let it out as slowly as you possibly can. And if you can, just kind of linger in that empty space. Don't make yourself sick or anything. But when you're empty, after you breathe out all your air, you can feel your body kind of settle. Do that 3 times. Ideally, in 4 counts, out 8 counts is what they say to do that. And I really like that. Slow down at the empty. Enjoy the empty. That's when your body rests. Okay. So, and honestly, the counting helps distract you from all of your negative thoughts, focusing on your breathing. Now, suddenly you're not doing that so much. So close your eyes and imagine floating up above your body. Okay. So we're going to use your imagination. You did your breathing. While you're still trying to control your breathing, I want you to just close your eyes and imagine floating up above your body and looking down at the back of your head. Look at the back of your hair. Look at your shirt. Look at that poor soul sitting in the bathroom. Now flip that up onto a TV screen or a movie screen. Imagine being in a dark room and now you're watching it on a movie screen. This is called disassociation. So feel yourself kind of calming down as you're watching this and you're thinking, what do I need to do? But I'm okay. And watch yourself. All of this imagination will distract you. Asking, what do I need to do? But I'm okay. Will start your subconscious kind of working on this. But most importantly is you back out of yourself and you realize I have answers. I have the answer. I'm okay. So if you're still reeling a bit and your heart is still racing, you can press between your eyebrows. These are pressure points. Here, under your nose. Right here, this is another one. Havening. So this is stroking your arms. I don't know if you can see me, but you're going to stroke your arms down, down, down. And you're going to say, safe, close your eyes, peaceful, hopeful, calm. I'm okay. Safe, peaceful, hopeful, calm. And just keep repeating these things. You do have the answer. Tell yourself, I'm okay. I have the answers. I'm okay. I have the answers. Because you do. Now I'll show you. So at this point, once you're calm in your bathroom or you're in the car and you're calm, okay, should you go home? Like, are you at work? If you should probably go home if you feel this bad. And it's okay. Just tell them you threw up. No one wants you around if you're throwing up. No one will remember that you got sick. And honestly, if they all saw the whole whatever happened to you, they're going to be like, yeah, you're fine. Go ahead and go home. Go ahead and go home. Same thing with school, go home sick. If you really can't continue being it with other people, it's okay to go home. So the next one is sift. Okay. Once you've stopped this catastrophizing, you're going to sift through what's real and not real. So all of the things that you thought, you're going to imagine putting them up on Post-it notes or on pictures on a board. You're going to imagine this and you're going to throw away all of the ones that are not real. Throw away the ones that are not real. So basically, whatever you said today, that's real. And whatever happened at work, that is real. Your grade, you're failing a final. If you really got that grade back and you really failed it, that's real. But if I lose my job, I will lose my house, that's not real. If I get fired, my wife will kill me, that's not real. If I fail out of school and I can't go to college, that's not real. Because the only one that's real is that one thing. And if you can reverse that, everything else goes away, right? So all of those other things exist only in your imagination. That's called catastrophizing. Again, it's not helpful. So we're going to sift those away. Anything that starts with if is not real. It's in your imagination. We're going to sift that away. So then you sort with what's most compelling. And obviously the first one is dealing with that thing that actually happened head on. So if you were unprepared at a meeting and you got yelled at or made fun of or whatever, however they treated you badly in front of everybody, you can go back to your desk, get all the data that you need and send it right away. And again, apologize. I will show you how to apologize at the end of this. If you really did fail, there are other ways you can go to the professor and ask if you can redo it. You'd be surprised, even the professors that say no exceptions, they do make exceptions. They do. They are human. They are people. You can go to them and approach them and ask if you can retake it. If they won't, you can go somewhere else to another professor and ask if you can do extra credit and maybe somehow get that to offset whatever grade you're going to get in that class. There are other things that you can do. Attack it from the side. There are other things you can do. There are options. You have options. So, and again, if you aren't able to talk to the CEO directly, let's say he doesn't want to talk to you for whatever reason, it goes really badly, find ways to add value with other teams, with other people. And also Think of people who you can ask for advice who can help you. You know, other people have been in this situation. You may not have seen it, but everyone has a story like this. Ask for other people's advice. They will tell you how you can add value or what needs to be done. People have all kinds of ways to help you. You don't have to do this alone. And people want to help because you know what? They might be next. You know, we can all fail a final. We can all like say something stupid at a meeting or not be prepared or, you know, get angry and again, make a scene or whatever. We can all have moments like that. And everyone knows that. So you do have options. You can solve this. So apologizing. This is kind of one of those things that you're probably going to do every time you talk to somebody who was present or your parents. There is somebody who you've disappointed in this lack of judgment or lack of preparation or whatever happened, your lack of controlling your emotions with other people. Apologizing is highly, highly respected. I can't tell you how many times people did something horrible, but somebody says, yeah, but you know, they apologized. She came to me and apologized. Like that means the world. They will look past all of this stuff. So, and again, apologies. If you can master the art of apologizing, it will serve you for the rest of your life. It's basically, it heals so much, whether it's personal, whether it's work related. So again, 90% of how people respond to you has to do with how you approach it. So definitely show that you did that footwork. Come armed with the footwork that you just did. You know, tell your parents, well, I was thinking I could do this instead, or I was going to get extra credit there. Or I can, maybe I can take junior college, you know, or, you know, in the summer or whatever you need to do, extra classes, you know, whatever you can do. You'll have all these suggestions. And that means the world to whoever you're apologizing for, because it means you understand the gravity. You understand the how they are going to be deeply affected and you're trying. People really, really appreciate the fact that you've tried. If you really don't know what to do, again, approach your apology was like, I need your help. I need your advice. And again, notice your words, notice your energy, and don't be defensive. If you really don't know or don't have answers, well, honestly, even if you do have some answers, be willing to accept their advice because, you know, you need to put them in that place of power. Don't be defensive. It's the worst thing you could do, apologize and be defensive. Yeah, but you know, I didn't have to do X, Y. That's like the worst. You go with it and you expect to go into this conversation expecting to lose as far as, you know, I blew it. I'll take it. No matter how you see it, no matter how unfair you think it was, accept that. And when they see that, it is a sign of emotional intelligence. It shows that you have high EQ. That is so much more valuable than how smart you are. Or because there's a lot of smart people, but if they are a wreck, nobody wants them around. So again, tell them that you're sorry. Tell them the footwork that you've done, all the thoughts that you've had, the people that you can ask for help, all of your ideas. Don't be defensive. People are generally kind and sympathetic. So I'm gonna have time for me to take a break. But when we come back, I'm gonna elaborate more on this and how other people have survived this. And I'm gonna tell you some stories. And then I have the surprise at the end about a free confidence hypnotherapy. Free. I have freebies at the end. So stay tuned until the end of the show. Okay. So you are listening to Bright by Your Side with Jen, up-leveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science on Transformation Talk Radio. And I'll see you after the break. Thanks. Welcome back to Bright by Your Side with Jen, up-leveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science on Transformation Talk Radio. I'm Jen Dyer, your host. And today we're talking about what to do if you screwed up big time, and we're talking career suicide, we're talking failing that final, really maybe screwing up your chances about for a scholarship or going to grad school or whatever it is that's, you're so worried about. And that honestly is might upset other people too. But to stop you from catastrophizing, to stop you from the anxiety reeling and show you how you can step by step solve these problems. You have options. So many people take these things so seriously and they don't have the hindsight of realizing that, this happens all the time. And look at that person, look at that person. I'm going to share some of my personal stories that I've been around, and that I've lived through too. So the 5 steps, stop, sift, sort, solve, and sorry. And of course, stop. We went through the techniques to stop that reeling. You're sitting in that bathroom or that car, you don't want to face anybody and you're like going to throw up or cry or all of it at the same time. So again, the deep breathing, the visualizing, backing out of yourself. You're going to be fine. Back out. You just got to slow down the physical responses, the stress hormones that are making you nuts right now because they prevent you from thinking. When stress hormones are racing around, you cannot think clearly. All you're doing is focusing on the thing that's scary. Just like if you're in a burning house, you got to focus on that fire and get the opposite direction. So all you're doing is focusing on the bad stuff. So you got to slow down the heart rate, and that will slow down those stress hormones and help you clear your brain because you do have options and you are surrounded by people. So that's the stop. The sift is getting rid of what's real. I mean, of what's not real and hanging on to what's real. So you're sifting out the things that haven't happened yet, sifting out the things that are only in your imagination. If this happens, then that's going to happen. Then that's going to happen. So none of that's real yet. Just relax because if you redo the first item, all that goes away. So just relax. It's all in your imagination. The sorting, prioritize, and that's when you come up with your plans for, what's the most important thing to solve. And then as you prioritize them, you can start solving them and you come up with your plan A and your plan B, again, asking for going directly to the person that either the professor that's going to fail you or the CEO that is mad at you, either going directly to them and apologizing or attacking it from the sides, adding value somewhere else at work or getting extra credit from another professor, finding other ways to bring your GPA up, whatever it is. There are other ways to attack the end goal. So I do want to share with you. So I worked at Disney for 19 years. I survived so many layoffs. Um, and when everybody's laid off around you and there's just a small team left, like the workload is crazy and people start acting, patience is very short. Tempers start to flare up. People get really stressed out and people start kind of like scratching each other's eyes out kind of thing. So I got to tell you, there was a girl at work that was constantly having to apologize for her behaviors. I would hear I sat outside our director's office. She would always be in our director's office apologizing for her behavior in whatever meeting because she would go off and like yell at people all the time. She had this horrible temper and she couldn't manage it. But she never got fired for it, and everybody knew she was like that. Even HR was alerted to these things that she would do because she would make people cry. But the things that she had done before that, she always made sure to chat with all of the vice presidents and the directors on Monday morning, ask them how their weekend was. Like they see her as more than just that. Like, oh, well, she's not always like that. She's not always, they'll give her a pass. And she would always apologize. So now I'm not saying what she was doing was okay. Obviously, she had a very low emotional intelligence score if you were to rate that. And HR knew that. But because she always did her work, she always made an effort to have positive interactions. Those positive interactions outweighed the negative ones. And then she always apologized for it and promised to do better. So it worked. Yes, it made the rest of us miserable, but it worked for her. And then I want to tell you about when I was in college. I had a roommate, one of my many college roommates. I had many. She slept through all of her finals. Um, she managed to go to each one of her professors, and they all gave her the entire summer to do her finals. And I was like, you can do that? I mean, yes, apparently, yes. See, I didn't have the social skills to go do that because I was afraid of people. I was told not to bother them. So I was really bad at talking to people. But I didn't know you could do that. So you'd be surprised how teachers really do want you to succeed. They really do. So if this is a school thing, you know, there is a lot of opportunity because they're human and the grade really is, they have an opportunity to have you do extra credit later and make up for it. They really do. So it's not all lost. Don't go hurting yourself over a bad grade. Okay? Please, please, please. Um, I had another friend who did fail out of UCLA. I went to UCLA our freshman year. He was really, really smart, chemical engineer. Um, all of his classes, he took really hard classes in his first year. But he also made lots and lots of friends, and there was always somebody asking him, "Hey, let's go here. Will you come here with me? Will you go to everything?" So I could see him coming and going out of the dorm all the time with someone different. Always, he had so many friends, and it was just too much. And he really did end up failing out of school, chemical engineering. He was so smart. Um, I found out that he called me and told me he was at a different college at Cal Poly Pomona, which is a good school. He just went over there. And then the next thing you know, I'm at the UCLA USC game and he's coming at me with a USC sweatshirt and a big beer. We used to be able to drink there back then, big beer and lots of friends. And he's like, "Hey, I go to USC." He was so happy. So, you know, that was 2 years ahead, right? So, you know, what if he didn't think he could survive going home and having failed UCLA, right? Who knew? He ended up graduating from USC, and I'm sorry, everybody, USC people, they are really tight after they graduate. He probably has a better life than those of us who went to UCLA because they are super tight alumni. So he's fine. My roommate, she was fine. She got to redo all of her stuff. She had all summer to redo her stuff. I mean, it's just, they're fine. So that is really the most important thing I want you to take away is that you do have options. You just have to slow down. If you slow down your breathing, give yourself some time, give your subconscious a chance to work on these answers, these solutions for you while you sleep. If you meditate, that's kind of the same thing. It's slowing down your brain waves, allowing your subconscious to start talking. That's the power of meditation. And I hope someday you reach out to me and let me show you some meditation techniques to do this because hacking that part of your brain, that asleep brain that always seems to solve problems, like why is my asleep brain smarter than my awake brain? But it does solve problems for you. So just give yourself a moment. It's going to be fine. It happens to people all the time, and people are sympathetic. They are, because it's probably happened to them. And if not, they can see it happening to them too, especially the work thing. Everyone can feel that kind of possibility, the humiliation in front of a group of people. We're all afraid of that. So they would be sympathetic. So I really want to tell you about my masterclass that I'm going to be doing on October 30th. It's a Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So it's social anxiety, but you're also going to get a free confidence hypnotherapy session in it. Now, this is big. People pay a lot for hypnotherapy. Hypnotherapy is very effective. It is a form of hacking that subconscious brain. Because when you are in that twilight sleep state, your brain is very programmable. Honestly, our brains are always programmable, and that's why many of us have to unprogram some of the crazy stuff our parents did to us when we were growing up, like telling me that people don't want me talking to them because it's bothering them. I had to reprogram myself because that was in my brain from when I was little. So hypnotherapy allows you to reprogram that. Meditation follows those same lines. That's why people have been meditating for thousands of years. Hypnotherapy just hacks it. It takes that power and it channels it and directs it into what you want. It makes you, rather than be what you already are and what you're swirling in, and you get to decide, who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up as? And that's what hypnotherapy will help you become. It helps rewire those brain neurons to fire in a different way, a new way, the way you want to show up, the person you want to be. You want to be that confident person. And I'll tell you, that girl at Disney with me who was always in trouble, was always getting herself in trouble. She had, even though obviously her problems were from probably lack of confidence, but at least she knew what to do. And she had the confidence to walk into those offices and be like, hey, how's your morning? How was your weekend? Like, and that's kind of where I want to get you, because it got her really far being able to do that. Being able to walk into someone's office and just say, I just want to wish you, happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. That's all you have to do. And it is powerful. It will save you. Same thing with your teachers. If you're nice to them, ask them how their weekend was. It will save you when you blow it and you need them to bend the rules a little bit. People will bend the rules. People love bending the rules. It makes them feel good bend the rules for you, right? Makes them feel good, makes you feel good. Everyone feels good. So that happens. It happens all the time. And that's why some people get farther ahead than others, because they know how to manage that. They know how to work that system. That system is called networking. And I've always hated that word. It always scared the pants off of me. But it really is. A friend of mine said, your network is really just all your friends that care about you. And this is coming from somebody who had lost his job a couple times, but his network helped him find new jobs. So again, masterclass, October 30th, just in time for the holidays, confidence hypnotherapy included. It's going to be amazing. And then also, I just want to remind you, if you go to brightbyyourside.com, you can get your free instant mood and energy reset cheat sheet. It's like 8 steps. If you practice it, you can do it in just a couple minutes. And that would be really helpful in that bathroom stall when you're freaking out. And also, guys, to reach out about the hypnotherapy or the confidence hypnotherapy, the social anxiety masterclass, email info@brightbyyourside.com. And in the heading, just put masterclass. And that gives me your email address, and I will respond to you, and I will send you the Zoom link. Okay. Or you can go to the website, brightbyyourside.com, and go to the /contact, go to the contact page and fill out the contact form and put masterclass in the message box. That's all you need to do. I will send you the information, and then we'll see each other. We'll get to talk. It's live. It's me. I'll be there. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about things that scare us all and how to get past that and how to go out there and kick some ass and not let our social anxiety hold us back, because that's what saves you, is your social network. Okay. And that's what life is about. Life is about relationships and finding love and friends. And that's what life is about. Life is not about your job. It is not about what school you graduated from. It is not. It's so much bigger than that. So I am officially out of time. Again, reach out to me, brightbyyourside.com. info@brightbyyourside.com is my email. Reach out to me. I'm so grateful you're here. I really, really, really value our time together. And I just really want the best for you, especially as we reapproach the holidays. I want everyone to be strong and have a great time. So my name is Jen, and I'm here to help. And this is Bright by Your Side on Transformation Talk Radio.
You have been listening to Bright by Your Side with Jen, up-leveling in the age of anxiety with groundbreaking science on Transformation Talk Radio. If you are considering mental health medication for yourself or your child, please try this first. Life skills and gut health are keys to reducing anxiety. Let us show you it's easier than you think. Tune in every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time to feel optimistic about your own abilities and learn easy, proven ways to live life with ease. Become resilient to stress, anxiety, and overwhelm, and find joy. We're bringing you solutions to the problems stressing you out. We do the research for you and present it on a silver platter with a side of fun and laughter. Every show will leave you smiling, optimism, and joy in real time. To connect with Jen, visit brightbyyourside.com.